Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Stories from the Unbound Shores. When we last left off, the group had been attacked in what appeared to have been an ambush in progress, but a poor one. Well, not necessarily poor, but one with few options. When approaching a position with 360-degree visibility.
One could say they made a mistake, but they did commit thereafter.
And with the last thing happening, one of the more strange individuals been running around standing on the side and underside of the bridge, being put in a force bubble and then having his anchor point, we'll say, removed.
Fucker. I will never stop being pleased with that.
With two combatants being identified as spellcasters, and one, which I forgot to give an important detail about, which you feel visually, wielding a flaming sword.
Really, what?
There are two people you identified as casters, and then the third one is wielding a flaming sword.
Flaming sword. Okay.
That said, we ended with Milsari last time, so Roland, it is your turn.
Okay, this guy cast Acid Burst at us before. Big acid attack.
Acid Fireball, if you like.
Vitriolic spear.
Right. Is there something I can roll to kind of understand what kind of caster he might be? Or does my character automatically know, or is it not easy to tell?
Well, you're a cleric,
yeah.
And with that comes some innate knowledges, in that clerics don't, at least typically, deal with elemental magics.
Yeah.
So you would expect he's not a cleric.
Right.
Though what he is beyond that would require a roll of some kind.
Right. I can roll. I just wanted to know,
There was no instrument involved, so he knows he's not a bard.
Okay. True.
Or singing.
I guess I'm just trying to determine if my character will know that he might be able to counterspell, so if I should do something tricky.
It is possible, any and all options left to you that you'd be aware of, because you probably wouldn't be aware of druids.
Yeah.
Are capable of counterspell.
Okay, so should I roll to know for my character to know he probably has counterspell, or does my character kind of know that by process of elimination?
By process of elimination, unless he's something that your character doesn't know about, it has access to counterspell. Okay.
Then I think the last question I want before I take my turn answered is, if I were to, bonus action cast something, knowing it'll probably be counterspelled, does that count as casting the spell such that I can't cast a primary action spell that is not a cantrip, or does it count as having cast a spell so I'm locked into cantrips? Either answer is fine, I just want to know what it is.
Well, we are currently still in the process of testing the two-action rule.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot about that.
Which tinkers with the interaction between that and counterspell. So, you can cast a total of 2 leveled spells on your turn.
Yep.
If you still have, if one of them was an action, one of them was bonus action, you can still use a cantrip for your third.
Yeah.
But because counterspell is meant to be able to thwart at least one turn of a mage.
Yeah.
If someone has cast counterspell once in the turn, I am letting them use that same casting and reaction for a second spell.
Oh, okay. That's very important information.
Which is why I'm doing my best to give that up front before decisions are committed.
Wait, hang on. What?
Basically, he gets to cast Counterspell once in response to me casting, and then if I cast a second spell, he just rolls again without spending another Counterspell.
Well, no, correction. Should swing the spell slot, 'cause you're still swinging a spell to cast. Just
Oh.
not the... So I'll let just not...
They
Take the
get
full
two
reaction.
basically, they can react multiple times if the reaction is Counterspell.
Correct. But only twice.
Okay.
So as to keep it in line with...
Denying the turn to the caster.
Yes.
Okay.
So it still takes as many resources as you'd be spending, but...
And my character knows all that?
Correct. All of that is mechanical changes that we are testing, so none of that's obscure to players or characters.
Okay. Alright, well that means I do have a still a way to abuse it. So, but I guess there's still that way to abuse it even without those rules. So I guess I can just go for it. I'm going to attempt to cast a spell.
Alright, let me check ranges, because he does in fact have counterspell.
Mm-hmm.
Spell. 3rd level. 60 feet.
And just so that I'm upfront with you, I am casting a cantrip.
Perfect. Fine. He's already seen you go and silence him once, so he's not gonna let it happen again, since he has to dash to get out of it.
Yeah.
You are like 5 to 10 feet outside of his counterspell range, so
Oh.
he can't do anything to stop you.
Okay. That saves me some resources. I'm glad I tested this theory. He can't counterspell me.
You do meta magic to counterspell you at this distance.
Yeah.
So either he doesn't have it, or doesn't deem you as enough of a threat to do so.
Not Rallis, rolling. Four orbs of light are going to appear around him and begin revolving.
Okay. Dancing lights, I assume?
Yeah, dancing lights. It's literally just a taunt. But that is
a
concentration,
feint,
so that will
more or
get rid
less.
of the silence behind him.
Let me just throw up some lights real quick. Or are you gonna cast another concentration spell?
I'm gonna cast another concentration spell now that
then I'll just take
now that I've done my test with a cantrip. And I'm satisfied that he can't.
Yep. The old cantrip feint.
The
That was the
old-
one thing I liked doing in the the lich fight.
Yeah.
Start with shocking grasp. Either they counter it and have countered a cantrip, or they don't and it hits and they can't counter the next thing.
Yep. So then, with that cast and the other silence removed, I am going to spend my second level spell slots and cast silence
Yep. Yep.
on the square in front of him.
Similar positioning.
Yeah. Same positioning. So you might have to move, Mel. You might end up inside it, but we'll find out. I didn't actually count it this time. I just knew where I wanted it. So it was like poof, all these little tiny glowing lights appear around him and just sort of like dance happily. It's like, oh, he didn't counter that. Cool. Silence.
He's going to take his free reaction in this case, just because funsies, and give you the bird. That's one strike. No,
No, that was correct. That's 4
that's
out
correct.
from the
Just
center.
One that was short on that side.
Hey, you're outside of it, Mel.
Hey.
By 1 square.
Yep. I just wave at him with my bonus action.
Alrighty. Anything else?
Yes, I am going to move up. 5, 10, 15,
Alright,
20, 25,
hold up.
30. Huh?
So you cast Dancing Lights, which I believe is an action.
Yes,
And you cast Silence, which is an action.
correct.
And that second action is in place of movement.
Oh! Okay. I don't move up.
Alright. Yeah, like, well, the first half of this fight didn't involve this change much because people were still having to run at each other to get in range regardless. So, there's still some occurring. And perhaps we'll stick with it, perhaps we'll not. That is the point of testing. So, on to Cleric's turn. This one does seem to be sporting a holy symbol on the shield.
I mean, I can technically be mean. No, I can't. No, I can! Because I cast a cantrip as the first one. I can still cast a leveled spell as a bonus action.
That is correct.
I can be mean. Okay. I'm gonna blow a 4th level spell.
Okay.
Boof. Spiritual weapon.
Alrighty.
Spiritual weapon can be placed. Let me double check the range. 60 feet. Which means I should be able to put it like on the square right in front of him or something. Wait, hold on. What's 60 from me? No. Hold on.
I thought.
No, yeah, that's correct.
I thought it was
60. Yeah. Oh, okay. It's 2 squares in front of me.
either 1 leveled spell, or either 2 leveled spells, or 1 leveled spell, and however many cantrips.
That might have been what I said before.
Which do you want?
Well, there are multiple variants to the spellcasting, so I guess to where we could take with how spellcasting would work. For now, we're going to go with what I said at the start, and we can compare notes. Because I think you're right, that is what I said before.
Mm-hmm.
But testing different ways of running that is not a bad thing, in my opinion.
Alright, so if I created it, is it able to move? I create it with a bonus action. Usually you move it with a bonus action, though. Lasts for the duration. When you cast a spell, you make it. You can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet. Nothing is. As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon and repeat the attack. But I spent the bonus action casting it, so it can't move and attack this turn. It could only attack, and it has no targets. So, yeah, it'll just sit there then.
Alright. And you still wish to create it?
That's as far up as I could create it.
Yes, but like, I'm just asking to make sure that is still what you want to do with the bonus action.
Yeah, because I can move and attack with it on the next turn. I feel like an extra source of damage with 3 dudes left is a good idea.
Yep. Just want to make sure.
Yep. And it doesn't matter that it's inside a silenced area, I can still move and attack with it.
Yep, it's silence, not anything magic. Alright, so Cleric, turn. Pull up his stat block quick. This one. Well, if they weren't constantly in Bells of Silence, you might be hearing names and things, because I actually named them in advance for once.
They don't get to talk to each other. Their lips start moving, nobody hears anything. I just imagine the Aurelians in there raging, going, ma, ma, ma.
Alright, well, I mean...
Damn you, tinnitus.
Alright. Is this mean? Yes. Am I doing it? Yes. Alright. So he's going to take an action to move to there. Oh wait, silence. Right. Does he have melee stats? He does. He's gonna do this anyways. Alright, I have to just tell you this because there's not a way for this to otherwise be conveyed. He's also managed to shut down one of his magic items because it requires a command word. That he was absolutely about to use.
But silence.
Alright, so melee attack it is. Do you recall if you recklessly attacked or not, Aurelion?
I don't think I did.
Alright, then I will roll it normal. Does an 8 hit?
Nope.
Alright. Well, that's it for his turn, because silence.
I regret nothing.
5, 10, 15. So there. And he's going to make a strike against you. Check his stats. Okay. Alright. Does a 12 hit you?
Me again?
Correct. You're the one that's in their range. Or the
Wait,
one.
no, wrong mouse. Nope.
17?
Nope.
How do you feel at 25?
That'll hit.
Okay. So you will have seen him action surge, because that's what he's doing to get that third attack.
I thought he'd moved, so I'm like, he must be action surging, because he shouldn't get 2 sets of actions.
So, I now need to roll damage. So, I need you to take 9 points of magical piercing damage and 5 points of fire damage. Both of which you resist, because I do know you're raging.
I don't resist fire.
Oh, right. Sorry, I'm Chiefs for Bear Barbarians right now.
So that's 5 fire?
Correct. 5.
5 fire, and the other one was
9 magical piercing, which you do
That's
still
4.
resist as a regular barbarian.
Okay.
What way is the armor going?
Probably to me.
Alright, just double checking.
Wait. Mel, had you not changed it, just, the answer could be no, but had you not changed it while you thought you were staying inside the bubble to absorb some damage for him?
Wait, what?
The bond of warding, hadn't you reversed it so that you would be absorbing damage for him since he was running forward and you were staying back?
I did not see a point in doing so since it wasn't gonna do it through the bubble anyway. I remember that and I was like, oh, well, never mind, I'll just leave it then.
Okay. Then, yeah, he's right.
If I recall correctly.
Alrighty. And so then for the 4th attack, and last one of the turn,
Giggling.
how do you feel at 14?
That will miss.
Alrighty. Your now less protected compatriots panic and start to flee. But since
Yeah.
they're going to devote their actions to running and hiding, I'm just going to remove them, because they're going to be out of range before the other things get to do anything.
What, there are
Due to
more dudes than
silence.
these ones?
No. Just not as far as you're aware. So I'm just
My
going to
bubble
remove
there,
them
though, 'cause
from
I'm
the
gonna
board
put
for
it
now.
back up.
I mean, if there were more tokens than the ones that were, the 3 were currently engaged with, I couldn't see them.
That is correct.
Okay.
There are only, I'll just say, there's only the 3 left. And so since those 3 are either silenced or not going to be able to reach them, I'm not going to bother with moving the non-combatants.
Gotcha. I wonder if I have Speak with Dead prepared. Might be interesting to know what this was about.
15,
Let's see.
20.
I don't.
25, 40,
I mean, we could just leave them alive,
I guess.
or leave one of them alive.
60.
It's challenging for me because I'm using spells.
Double
It's true. Decisions must be made.
monsters.
Cat wants to sit on my lap, but I can't find my blanket.
Speed is. Oh, their fly is 90, so it actually has some action back. Alright, it's going to prepare an action for. Well, that's its business. As no one can currently see it, I don't think your planar vision goes that far, but it could be wrong. Regardless, though, you wouldn't be able to tell. Valion, it's your turn. You have 3 targets, one of which tried to hit you and failed, one of which tried to hit you repeatedly and succeeded once.
Alright. I'm gonna go for this. Is he half orc? Yeah, half orc.
He is a half orc. Yeah.
Oh, wrong. Yeah. I am going to. It's wrapped up around here. I'm going to recklessly attack this guy
Okay. Make your attacks.
this time. So the first one is 22.
That will hit.
That is 9 piercing.
Takes the damage.
My second attack is a crit.
Oh boy. Well, it's not immune to those.
Just double check. Yeah. So that is 18 piercing.
Alright, takes the piercing.
I get an extra attack, don't I?
You have an extra action as you've yet to move.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, that one is at 12.
12 will not hit.
That is a 24.
That will hit.
That's 12 piercing.
Alrighty. He is bloodied.
And
Bang. Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Alrighty. Onwards to the Dwarven Wizard. What is his best question?
nightmare has arrived.
10, 15, 20, 25. Well, wouldn't necessarily know, but he could make a guess based on what you did last time. Since it was directly after he'd stopped moving that it stopped. Let's see what he's capable of. No, not just third level spells. Let's take a look at everything, really. How does this one work again? Alright. He is going to start casting a spell.
I can't counterspell.
Counterspell!
Is he close enough?
It's a good question.
He
Yeah,
is,
he should be.
because the silence isn't big enough to cut out the distance. So,
I'm gonna
roll
cast
it.
Counterspell at level. I'm sorry. Yeah, at level 4 counterspell.
Alright. You see him begin casting a spell that you don't recognize, but it fizzles on his fingertips. While you can't use your action for anything else, you may use it to counterspell again should someone cast before your next turn.
Okay.
Oh wait, it's your turn, so that does not matter. Well, he could bonus action. Let's see what we can do there. He's going to begin casting a spell.
Do you want to counterspell him again, hun?
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I'm a little bit of an asshole. I'll do it at level. I have a feeling he's gonna fuck up my day too, though. But I'll do it at level 3.
Oh, I need to actually. Well, no, he did. So yeah, okay. Counterspell.
Wait, hold on. You said he's casting a second spell?
Correct.
Didn't he move to get out of the silence?
He cast a spell with an action. He's casting a spell with a bonus action.
Oh, right.
And then he's counterspelling the counterspell.
You know, I was thinking about that just now, and can you counterspell when you are already casting a spell, though?
Counterspell isn't a concentration, so it doesn't matter.
It's just whatever. So long as they can see you casting, they can have a reaction. They can counterspell.
Okay, I mean mechanically, okay, sure.
We've always allowed counterspell battles.
Okay.
So
one could argue that counterspell is a reaction. Reactions can be taken on anyone's turn that isn't your own, so you wouldn't be able to. But we've always allowed counterspell battles.
I mean, I was gonna more argue for flavor. You are actively, even if it's not concentration, you're actively like, well, no, okay, no, I guess because you can still cast other things while concentrating on the one, so okay.
And we've also often determined that counterspell is one of the, because it's a reaction spell, like something that you do in the instant, that it's one of those things that's just like second nature.
Fair enough.
Alright. So now his reaction is half spent. And he has cast a spell. Seems to be targeting himself. There was no damaging effect.
Okay.
Malsari, it is your turn.
Well, I guess he could probably... Hang on, sorry.
Wait, did I miss what his actual spell was? Because he canceled the counterspell, right?
Yeah, well, what happened was there was nothing identifying about it. Like, it wasn't like a fireball. Like, there was no... It wasn't an offensive spell. It was a buff spell.
So it happened, but we didn't see the effect.
Yeah, you have yet to see what the spell actually did.
Okay.
Or past it, rather. I'm not gonna bubble him. I'm just gonna put up a wall, but... Alright, I'm gonna start casting a spell.
Alright. He is in range and has spell slot, so he is going to counterspell at 3rd level. Is that high enough to spell it automatically?
It is... Bye-bye, Ray of Frost.
Well, he couldn't take chances, so... Now you know he's tapped out, as it were.
And so I am going to cast Magic Missile at him.
That is part of what I like about this. It allows for cantrip feints.
We're gonna cast it at 4th level, I think.
Okay.
And send 6 darts of light at his face. And hope that whatever he just did didn't render that useless. Wow! Sorry, my first 3 I rolled 2 1s.
So, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Is Magic Missile one concentration check or several?
It would be a concentration check for each dart that hits them.
Alright, that's
because
what
it's each source of damage.
Yeah.
Because I know it's what it would be for, like, Scorching Ray, because it's like separate attack rolls. Well, I was kind of leaning that way.
Yeah, I would just look at it as sources of damage, because she could instead target 3 different people with 3 missiles that were all concentrating, and they would all have to make a concentration check. So one person getting hit with all 3 has to make 3 concentration checks.
Yeah, Magic Missile can kill you if you're in death saving throws.
Yep, it deals 3 hits.
Alright, does he hit?
Some people here know that firsthand.
Oh.
Alright, so that's 1.
So do I need to tell you each how much damage
No.
each one does?
No, because none of them will be able to be high enough damage to change the DC.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just need to know how many saves I have to make him make right now, because you are destroying any chance of concentration.
The damage has to be a minimum of 22 to change the DC.
Okay. So that was a total of 15 plus 6.
Third dart breaks his concentration.
21.
21?
You're just fucking up this wizard's day.
I mean,
As a fellow wizard, I feel for you, my dude.
I don't want my friends to get hurt.
Nor do I. I mean, you know, my companions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't even non-lethal with my spiritual weapon because it's still a spell attack.
Well, the rules is written, or it's for any melee attack, be it spell or physical.
Wild.
So, I believe it's a melee spell attack, so if you want to non-lethal with it, I will allow that.
Alright then.
But that said, how much damage was it? 21?
21.
Yes, 21.
Alright, temper damage. I cannot begin to convey to you how much this silence is screwing up my day.
You know, I like being a utility person.
Roland, your turn.
And he opened with splashing me with a lot of acid. I didn't want that to happen again. 5, 10, 15.
Well, he can't do it again.
25, 30. Move up 30 feet. Bonus action. 5, 10, 15. Between these two guys,
That's
who's more hurt?
I believe that's the fighter, as the cleric has been left untouched.
Okay, I will roll
So
a.
half-orc is more hurt.
I will roll a melee spell attack against the. Actually. Let me cantrip them first, so that if that doesn't down them, hopefully I can do a non-lethal attack.
Alright. Toll the dead, I assume.
Oh yeah. I'm playing too much Baldur's Gate. I was just gonna do Sacred Flame, but why would I do Sacred Flame when I could make them make a Wisdom check instead? Wisdom saving throw.
Alright, this is on the half-orc.
The half-orc.
Alright.
I'm sure it's their best save. They'll be fine.
I mean, they're not terrible at it. They're not best. They're not terrible.
Probably better at
But a
dex.
nat 1 doesn't make much of a difference now, does it?
It does not help them. It helps me. But not them.
So, they fail, and they are hurt, so d12s, please.
Okay, I'm just making sure we're still at 2.
Yep, you get the third one next level.
Oh. Alright. Go, my dice. Okay, fine, that's decent, I guess. 14 points of necrotic damage.
Alright, takes the 14 points.
Oh, good. Still standing. Excellent. Alright. Got worried.
Well, I'll tell you this, it's a half-orc. It doesn't matter how hard you hit it, it'll still be standing at least for one hit.
That's true. That's true. And then I will make a melee spell attack. Go, dice. That doesn't look very good. That's going to be a spells, 4th level, spiritual weapon, a 16 to hit.
16 will not hit.
Sad face.
As this is a shield and plate type of fighter.
Yeah, I rolled an 8 on die. I did not do well. Okay, I miss, and, that's movement action bonus. I'm done.
Alright. Cleric question mark's turn. Cleric question mark is going to risk the attack of opportunity. Would you like to take an attack of opportunity, Aurelion?
I shall do so. How many attacks do I get from an attack of opportunity? Is it 2?
Exactly one.
Oh. Do I still get advantage because of
You
Reckless?
Don't
Yeah.
reckless?
After having looked at it a
Yeah.
second time, I don't think you're supposed to, but that's how I've been running it, so we're gonna keep it that way.
Should last the whole turn.
It does last the turn, but not the round.
No, I mean, it should let... Since he grants advantage the whole time, he should get advantage the whole time.
Yep.
I have no reason to believe it would be otherwise.
And that's relatively my thoughts on the matter, which is why I thought we're still running it the same way.
Yeah. If they said it
19.
differently, I would still say it doesn't.
So, yes, you have advantage.
19.
19. That will actually miss.
Oh no.
Clerics enjoy being armored as well. Alright. Is there a 2-for-1 special? Not without friendly fire.
I'm sorry, what just happened?
The cleric moved away, took an attack of opportunity, but didn't get hit, and then now he's doing something.
Okay.
He is casting a spell, and you had a turn,
I think I did both of them.
but you've had a
Oh,
turn
but I
since
have had a
then,
turn, that's true.
so your reaction is returned.
Hmm.
And he's already moved, so if it's an action spell, it's the only one he gets, so there's no feint. It's either just a cantrip because that's what he wants to cast, or a full spell.
Yeah. What have I seen him do? Have I seen him like cast a cleric-y thing? We know he's a cleric.
The holy symbol makes it seem likely.
Oh,
and I
right.
recall him having cast a cantrip at one point, but nothing beyond that.
Yeah, we're gonna counterspell that. 4th level, because that's what I've got.
Alrighty. And away that spell goes.
Yeah, no healing.
Oh,
Not
you
allowed.
wish it was healing.
What?
I said you wish it was healing.
I've just started becoming a little concerned that we have left this cleric untouched while we're beating down his buddies,
Alright. Also has a
knowing
bonus
our own
action.
wonderful cleric.
He is also going to begin casting with his bonus action.
Fuck. I'm gonna let that one pass. I'm gonna let that one
Alright.
pass.
I'm gonna eat shit.
I regret it.
Then you see Shield of Faith go up around the half-orc.
That's gonna make him harder to hit.
Yes, it is. But
Alright.
nobody is healed or
5,
getting
10.
murdered.
Well, actually, no, he's fine where he was at. So he's gonna make an attack against you at advantage because you're you. Does a 21 hit? Aurelion.
Yeah, I'm mute. Yeah.
Alrighty. Alright, please take 6 points of magical piercing damage and 5 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And then he'll make the second attack.
Come on.
Does a 25 hit.
25 will hit.
Please take 7 points of magical piercing damage.
Okay, how much was that?
7 points of magical piercing. And
Yep.
11 points of fire damage.
Oh, I am bloodied anyway.
Alright, and with the second hit, he is going to use one of his class features. Where's his sheet? Called, what's it? It's Unwavering Mark. You now have disadvantage to attack anyone besides him until he is incapacitated or marks someone else.
Oh. Here, that's all.
Compelled duel.
Correction. While you're within 5 feet of it, you have disadvantage on attack rolls against other people.
Defensive duelist.
And with that, he will take a bonus action to Second Wind and get a little health back. And so that is out. It's still bloodied. And he'll take his second action to dodge. At the end of his turn, Nightmare will take its prepared action and materialize.
Oh, hi.
And then on Nightmare's turn, start shoving. Let me go pull up our stat block because I closed it like a moron.
Kick him off the edge.
That is in fact the goal.
I'm too happy about this.
Okay, what's your strength? That's your strength. Any additional things? No. Alrighty. So, those are the 20. 17 on die. 21 total versus clerics, athletics, or acrobatics. Athletics are bad, but not good enough. That's not meant to be standable.
Bye bye, cleric.
Did I remember to give the wizard Featherball? Doesn't matter, his reaction's gone. So, alright, 200 feet, d6 every 10 feet, so it's 20 d6 if I recall correctly.
Uh-huh.
See what variety of dead this man is.
Could be all ones. It was not all ones.
Well, he's not... He would be in death saving throws.
If he weren't an NPC.
Indeed.
I still think it could be interesting for these guys to be death saving throws and like survive and come back with a vendetta against us.
I mean,
But you know,
probably if they stabilize, which means they're just conscious and no longer bleeding out, but they're down there, and right now it's the morning, they would die of exposure anyway.
oh yeah, okay, good point.
Alright. So we're just gonna close that sheet. That's at least not important for this combat. Let me double check. Nightmare, do you get multiple attacks in a turn? No, so that was your one shove. But boy, was it a good shove.
Mm-hmm.
So
oh wait,
good.
no, you haven't taken a second action yet. So,
Nobody
Poof.
else can get shoved.
and you can put the dwarf a little closer, but it's not, you know, the nightmare just poofs back to the ethereal.
Mm-hmm.
Popped in at the end of the half-orc's turn, shoved, and ran off.
Makes sense to me.
Hmm.
Aurelion, your turn.
I will take helping us without risking herself. Better than not helping us at all. making progress.
I'm recklessly attacking the orc again.
Okay. He'll be rolling at normal because he is dodging.
Okay.
He no longer has
That
Shield of
is-
Faith.
Oh, that's
he
a
doesn't
20.
feel anymore. That was short-lived.
What was the number?
Wait a
there?
second, what was that?
He had Shield of Faith for about 1 second. Until his cleric got shoved off the cliff.
Well then.
On the
Now,
bright side, if you want the cleric's stuff, it's not washed down the river.
Oh yeah, that is a downside, isn't it?
It's not. He definitely landed on land.
That's why I'm saying the clerics isn't, but the rogues, on the other hand,
Yeah, I didn't think about that when I dropped him.
that was a 20.
20. 20 is 1 too short. So that will miss.
Is a 22.
That'll hit. As I have told you, it's AC at this point.
It's 11 piercing.
11 piercing. Takes the damage.
Next attack. Next attack is a miss.
Okay.
Next attack is a miss.
Yeah, he's hard to hit.
Next attack will hit. That's 24.
Okay.
That's 7 piercing.
He takes 7 piercing. He is still up.
That's my turn.
Wizard's turn. Anything along the lines of teleports? Don't think he does, because he's not nearly that high level. Well, I'm gonna need... Yeah. I'm gonna need a Constitution saving throw.
Is he casting a spell?
That's true, he is. He's casting a spell, well, sorry. After you have 1 counter spell left until your turn.
I will let it pass.
Alright. Aurelion. Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh joy.
And this is a spell in case your shield applies things to
Oh
this.
yeah. I was. Hold on a second. Let me look at the. Oh, I have advantage because of the shield. And something else. Okay. Con save. Thank Christ for advantage. That's 25.
Alright, you succeed on a saving throw against Thunder Wave.
Yeah, they
That
went up
was,
from like a 12 to
yeah.
a 25.
So you're still gonna take half damage, but you don't go off the cliff.
And I don't take half damage.
Oh right, you don't. Because it was... They didn't specify dex saves, did I?
It's something to do. It's another thing with the shield.
No, that sounds
Yeah.
right.
Should you succeed on a saving throw against a spell that would normally deal half damage, on a success, then you take no damage instead. Basically,
There aren't very many non-dex AoEs, so it doesn't make a ton
We
of
almost had to go find a way to get Peel Aurelian up off the bottom of this canyon.
Yeah, that would have been unfortunate. I mean, I could have dimension
Alright.
doored us both down there. I just wouldn't
So,
have been able to dimension
con
door us back
save
up here.
round 2. Well, correction, it's casting a spell again.
Yeah, no, we're gonna counterspell that one.
Alrighty. it's counterspelled because he doesn't have any spell slots left to counterspell because he just spent that one trying to blast
Cool.
someone off a cliff.
Mm.
And that was a total fail.
Yeah.
All right, well,
So he was banking on the cantrip feint, hoping that his non-cantrip would get counterspelled. Wouldn't get counterspelled, figuring
Yeah.
people
he
weren't
was just
gonna
hoping that one of the 2 thunder waves would go through.
Okay, it was 2 thunder waves. I thought maybe it was 1 thunder wave, and then the other one was going to be a cantrip, and he was just like, well, the first one has always been counterspelled, maybe they won't do it this time.
If I was smart, I could have had him cast something as a bonus action to be a feint, but I didn't. He's screwed. You'll hear faint swearing in Dwarvish as most of his sound is absorbed by the bubble in front of you. Melsari, it is your turn.
So it is. Well, seeing as he didn't counterspell the counterspell, I'm going to hopefully not regret this, but I'm going to magic missile him first level.
Okay, 3 darts.
Aurelion.
No, you know what?
Aurelion.
Fuck it. We're gonna Ray of Frost. I might change my mind. Sorry.
Okay,
2 hit
attack roll,
is
please.
27.
Yeah, is that not a crit?
Nope.
Okay,
My
then.
2 hit is 8. I got a 19. Alright,
My
he
hit's
takes
also 8.
6 cold damage, and speed is reduced by 10 feet till the next turn. Sorry, dwarf.
6 damage, you said?
Yeah. No running away for you.
Oh, don't worry, that was his next plan.
May as well chuck yourself off the bridge.
Well,
Oh, I don't think he'll have to do that himself.
my plan would have been more effective were the cleric's still here, but I think I'm still gonna do it.
Sorry.
Well, is there anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I suppose that was only one action, huh?
Yeah.
Let's Ray of Frost the other guy, too, because why not? Oh, wait, no, we were trying to leave him alive?
Trying.
I will tell you this, he has yet to use his half-orc's endurance, so... Because, as I like to let people know, his abilities are used, that one's not gone off yet. So unless he's somehow used that earlier in the day and still came to this fight with...
He
full
won't die
resources
if
other
you
than
hit
that.
them.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna... well, is that a thing that I know?
We are told.
You are, because there was one point in Elysium where you
Yeah, I remember that.
with you, who fell out of the sky to a deep pit.
God.
Right!
What was her name? There was something he
Gussifer.
was doing.
It's Gussifer.
Gus.
Gus,
Yes,
short for
that
Gussifer.
sounds right. I, think it was
I
just
will never
Gus,
forget
'cause-
Gussifer.
I thought it was
What?
just Gus. 'cause
It was just Gus, but then somewhere along the line, someone decided it's Gussifer, and it just kind of stuck.
I mean, you must have decided, and I don't remember it sticking.
No, I think you decided.
I would if somebody's named Gus, I'm not gonna make a Gussifer joke. I'm gonna say it's asparagus.
Spare Gus.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like that though too.
Alright, Gus jokes aside, yes, you are aware of
Okay,
half
then yeah, I will.
ability to shrug off things that kill most people.
Then I will
well,
also
shrug
do a
off.
Ray of
Limp away
Frost at
from.
that one.
Alrighty, well let's.
Ha 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 ha. That's a 25.
Gus.
Yes.
I'm getting lucky right now.
Use the
And
cat
7 damage.
by the fear.
He takes 7, he's still up.
His name as I
He's gonna
thought
make it everybody's problem.
to have told you before is really asparagus. But that's such a fuss to pronounce that we usually call
roll it.
him just Gus. Okay, well, like I said, my move was going to be a little bit more impressive had the Cleric's still been there, but he's not. Still gonna go for it. I'm gonna cast a spell.
Alright, there's no one left capable of counterspelling. You may just cast spells freely at this point.
Okay. I would like the center of my silence moved here.
Where? Okay, 1 second. I'll have to save that joke for later, because now it's not close enough to quite have to matter. I opened the initiative list. I don't want to do that. Okay.
I
so
wanted
you
2
want-
squares behind him.
Right there?
Yeah.
Alright. I'll delete the rest of this and start building it out if you want to declare our next action.
Well, my next action is to make somebody make a saving throw, so I'll wait for it to be built. 1 more.
4.
So if he wants to cast, he's gonna have to run up to the fighter. To our barbarian. He's not fast enough to move the other way, and now he's slowed, so he's really not fast enough.
Yeah, he can barely move out of the space.
Yeah. And the half-orc still hasn't used their half-orc's resilience.
That is correct. They have yet to hit 1.
Okay. Let's use Toll the Dead on the half-orc.
Alrighty. 14.
14. What's my D? Actually, what is my DC? 16. So it still goes through. Oh no, I can't see. Let me turn the light in here on. That's a 6. And that is a 9. So 15 points of necrotic.
15. Alright, he drops to 1.
Okay.
His endurance has been used.
Okay. And I need my light on. Give me a second. Sorry. Can't see shit. Okay. And then I'll have the spiritual weapon attack in. Please roll better than an 8. It does not roll better than an 8. The spiritual weapon misses.
Okay. Any other actions?
I haven't moved, but that was a cantrip.
No,
bonus action. Yep, that's it. That's
silence. Yeah. Cleric, he's still drying down on the concrete, not concrete, rocks below. Half-orc.
Half-orc warrior can hear again. For the first time in forever. I can hear your voice.
Oh. Oops.
Oops.
This fighter's role was meant to be protecting the group, and he had the ability that I thought could only target allies that were harmed within a certain distance of him. Apparently he could have targeted himself, and he could have lived a little longer. It might still help, but I doubt it.
He's still alive right now. I didn't manage to knock down his last HP.
Yep, and he's going to try and make that Aurelion's problem. So, attack number 1.
Sorry, Aurelion. I tried.
That's a natural 20.
Oh, great.
I'm sorry, Aurelion. I really did try.
Please take 10 points of magical piercing damage. And 12 points of fire damage.
Does magical piercing overcome normal barbarians' resistance?
It does not.
Okay. I couldn't remember if they were just all forms of bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, or if they were only non-magical.
It doesn't specify
I understood
non-magical.
it to be non-magical.
Well, no, I said at the start that
Because certain things specify magical. Some things will say
No.
piercing, and other things
No,
will
no, it's
specify
Other way
no, no,
around. Other way around.
other things specify non-magical, like Heavy Armor Master. That's why it reduces non-magical damage by 3.
If
Or,
it doesn't say non-magical, then it's both.
like Oathbreaker Paladins get an aura that reduces, that just gives them resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, and they specify it there. Or flame skulls that are an enemy that are resistant to just piercing.
Yeah. If it just says piercing, bludgeoning, slashing, then it's both magical and non-magical. I knew bears could resist magical, but I didn't remember if that was because they were bears or if all barbarians got it.
All barbarians, by our interpretation at least.
A what? By whose?
I said it's all barbarians, at least by our interpretation.
Gotcha. Good enough.
Alright, second attack.
I've got tapaters.
I want to
16.
16 will hit. Well, miss.
Okay. Third attack, as he uses his second action to attack as well. Actually, no. Use a bonus action. We'll use that first. Leave her off.
So how much magical damage have I taken? Because I might have to add on or subtract. Add on
I
my hit points.
I don't know. It was typically around 6 to 8 per attack. And I think you've been hit like 5 times, so...
Call it 35. Or,
Well,
excuse
it'd
me,
be
call it half
half
of 35, so call it 17.
Yeah, so take like 17 extra HP. That sounds reasonable.
Okay.
Right, so third attack from the bonus action, because of the mark he put on you, allows him to do this a certain number of times per day. Does a... what's there to hit? One check. And getting this right. Alright. Does a 19 hit you?
19 will hit.
Okay. Please take 8 points of magical piercing damage. And 6 points of fire damage.
So that's 4 and 6 then.
Correct.
Okay.
So then he will spend his second action, I think, since you're using wisdom saving throws, he's gonna go for attacking because he can't get away. And so he's gonna go down the half-work way of just keep swinging. Does a 26 hit.
26 will hit.
Please take 8 magical piercing and 6 fire.
Just keep swinging, just keep swinging, just keep
Oh
swinging.
shit, no, that was wrong. How the hell did that happen?
But do we swing?
Okay.
Alright, for his next attack, it was also a 26, so please take 6 magical piercing and 7 fire. And his turn comes to an end.
That's wait. 6 and 7 works out to 10 altogether.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Moving it to Nightmare's turn. How hurt is not her enough. So I know what she's gonna do. She will materialize, and she's gonna just try and knock him prone. Give him less movement potential. Heard of a dupe. 1 second. Alright, that's what the dupe was. Okay. He has no acrobatics or athletics. So it's her 18 versus his 6. So Nightmare is in the material plane, but the caster dwarf was knocked prone. Aurelion, it is your turn.
Well, this guy's still up, so
Yeah,
I'm interested about that.
he's really making a lot of that last HP. All because my stupid fucking spiritual weapon can't roll above an 8 to hit.
Right. Reckless attacking again.
Okay.
I just need to roll a 12. I just need to roll a 12, and he would have been down. But I rolled a 5.
I think those two are misses.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if we cannot manage to kill this guy.
That's a miss.
Hit him.
That's a 27 to hit.
27. Alright, so as you hit him with an attack, he is going to use the maneuver I should have been using the whole time, of warding maneuver, and roll a d8 and add that to his AC. So there's a chance. A very small chance. And it still hits. He is resistant to the damage, but doesn't matter because it's 1 HP. Would you like him dead or unconscious?
Oh, dead. He's super dead.
Aww.
Straight in the neck.
Alrighty. Anything else?
Oops. Okay, I can't. I think the rest of them are dead.
The dwarf is only prone. He's not dead.
Oh.
As you stab the guy in the neck, you just see, like, Roland's smile turn to a frown, and he's, like, shaking his hands in front of him, like, no, 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 no! But you can't hear him.
As this does get forgotten about frequently, would you like to relay that telepathically?
I don't think that he would have been a headspace to do it. He wasn't thinking of it.
I just know that that tends to get forgotten about between sessions, so I thought I would.
You know, actually, I might be thinking real loud. Well, so much for that. So.
No, I'm gonna end it there.
Okay.
I've used...
So, the dwarf. He normally has 25. He's down to 15 for his speed. Takes half his speed to get up.
He's
Half of
down
his-
to 10. No, wait, you're right. He was only slowed for -10, not half. You're right, he's down to 15. Sorry.
So he's down to 15. So half of 15 is 7.5.
Yeah.
And so, this is the part that I never remember what our ruling was on, is whether it is the cost or your remaining movement that gets rounded down.
So usually whatever is working against you gets rounded down, so it should be the cost. Well, yeah, that is a weird way to, because when you're halved, it gets rounded down against you. You're gonna have to make a call. I could rule in either direction.
I think in the past we've had it being that dwarves still had 15 if they got knocked prone under non-frosty ray circumstances. So I think that it's the cost that got rounded down. So,
I mean, dwarves
cost.
are just special.
So he gets up with 5 feet, effectively, and has 5 feet left. Or
10.
10. Whatever that. So he,
Up
it's
to you.
still... So, he has to use an action to do that. Does he want to do that? Yes, he does. Alright, status knocked down, so he has 10 feet. 5, 10. Takes attack of opportunity.
From the ethereal?
No, she didn't have enough actions to return, so
Oh.
she's still there. And she misses. And so he will take his second action to continue moving. So he gets 15 more feet. 5, 10, 15.
Still silenced.
Yep, but that's no longer what he cares about.
Well,
I'm
he
very
is,
disappointed in Aurelion right now.
Aurelion has no idea what's going on.
Aurelion has left the building. I can't even put him in a, like, bubble. Alright. We are going to move up. What? Ah! Was I there? I thought I was there. But I hit once and it shot me to there.
Every once in a while, if you're having to move over objects as opposed to tiles, it will mess up the movement a little
Oh,
bit.
I see.
It'll mess up the movement even over tiles. I've watched it double jump on other times.
Where it was, so. Or how much distance it was. Yeah, okay, so that was probably 10. 15. 20. I think I was gonna just leave it there. And we'll 25. Fuck it, full movement. Alright, and let's Ray of Frost him again.
God, I wish I had Misty Step.
Crit.
Roll it.
Double the die roll, right?
Yeah.
You roll twice as many dice.
Let's see, 13 plus
Gonna kill him.
15. Shit.
You're gonna kill him.
28.
How much?
28 damage.
He's still alive.
Oh my
He's
god.
very bloody.
I am completely out of spell slots, so I can't do fucking anything. That's my turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God, this horse is in my way, isn't it?
It's flying, so no, because it's meant to be like
Okay.
5 feet off the ground. So you can fit just under it, mechanically speaking. It does not have to be in the ethereal plane to fly.
I still have an action, so I spent an action.
I saw 2 movements.
Huh?
2 counts of 6.
I still have 2 counts of 6. I have haste.
Like I saw 2 movements.
Right, I took 2 movements, which would be a move and an action move, dash.
Yep.
So I still have an action, unless I'm misunderstanding something.
No, the move is the action. So, like, essentially, instead of a move and action and a bonus action, you get 2 actions that you can either use one of them to move or to action.
That is currently how it is set up. You have the same amount of movement you can get in a turn.
Never mind. Jump distance is tripled. What's my jump distance? Strength. It's a number of feet equal to your strength.
Yep. So for side-to-side movement, it is a strength score in feet.
So that would be 48 feet jump. But then your movement is totally consumed, right? So...
With the normal casting of jump, you can only jump so far as you have movement. But with this, I have allowed, I suppose, you to cast it and forgo its additional turns to be able to jump the full distance without taking movement.
Yeah, but I mean, then because you've moved farther than your move speed, you're out of move speed, right?
No, I'm letting you trade any remaining turns of the jump spell for that movement.
Oh, so
So
I
normally
can
has
jump
duration.
I can jump 48 and still have 30 feet of walk.
Yes. In this case, it would be 45, just you know,
Sure, yeah,
45,
yeah.
but yeah. Yes. So 45 would get you just past the block there, it looks like.
Which is still not close enough.
If you walk from there, you can get within attack of opportunity range. And you know he'll be naturally slower than you because dwarf.
Yeah. How hurt does he look?
And also, he's
He is
Ray of
at
Frost.
quarter health or less, and he also is Ray of Frosted. So the furthest he can move in one turn is 30 feet.
He's almost out of the silence, and I don't know what he's got left for spell slots that he's been holding back.
True.
I suspect it's nothing. Because I have nothing.
I suspect it could be anything below 3rd level.
This is true.
And if he has 1 2nd level spell slot, that's a Misty Step. I hate that there's nothing I can do. Because even if I, like, throw down my weapon and pull out my bow and shoot him, I might kill him.
If you want to be offered potential solutions, you may roll an intelligence check.
I am...
Or insight, if preferred.
What kind of actions do I need to use that jump? Is that an action?
I believe jumps a... It's either an action or a bonus.
It's an
Double check.
action.
So yeah, it would be an action. Well, let me double check, make sure that the item itself doesn't change the casting time.
Mm-hmm.
Does not change the casting time. So it is an action.
Okay. Still too far away from me for me to get the opportunity attack. What bonus actions do I have? Not helpful, not helpful. Not helpful. Ooh. The only bonus action I have is a spiritual weapon. When I use that bonus action to have it, with the broadside of the blade, just bop the top of Aurelian's head, admonishingly.
Alright, would you like to use an attack roll or just...
I don't want to do damage to him. I
Okay,
just want to bop him with it.
then he has been bopped.
That's all I can do. That's as close as I can get, and we're both in silence. So, nothing I can say.
I didn't specifically say what I was saying, but I was gonna think over the telepathic bond in response to the brutal murder of the half-orc. So much for leaving one alive.
I can still catch this one. Maybe. If I had an action left to me, I would have dropped darkness on us in exchange for the silence.
So since what Melisari just said, what you said in response to that was meant to be said earlier, I would like to offer this before you have ended your turn, Roland. Nightmare will offer a ride if you prefer to try and jump to her instead.
Okay.
So that can at least get you to him to form a blockade of sorts.
Alright, so she's able to move me if I use my jump to land on her?
Correct.
Okay, and since she's offering, that means I won't get hurt?
That's like, yeah, well, she won't hurt you at the very least.
That's what I mean. Like, if you jump on a nightmare unbidden, it's gonna burn, but if they invite you, I assume that she means that she won't hurt me.
That is correct.
Okay.
It's a bit of a rough landing and not the easiest thing to hold on, but you manage. And so, she wants you here, and if you want, you may pick a square next to the nightmare to get off if desired, or just stay on and make attacks opportunity if desired from there.
Alright, that's still my movement, my action, and my bonus action to bop Aurelion. We're still inside the silence, but that's fine. I'm just, while still astride Nightmare, I'm gonna just hold out my hand wordingly, saying, stop!
So part of that is her action for moving,
Mm-hmm.
and her second action will be to just try and knock him prone again, since you have been expressing desires to catch these.
Yeah.
That's a nat 1, so unless he rolls a nat 1, let's see here. So it's a 1 in her strength mod, so she is a 5. It's a 4 in his strength or acrobatics. Let's see. His acrobatics. So his athletics is a 0, but his acrobatics is 1. So they tied. So I have to roll again.
Okay.
7 for Nightmare. Alright. He managed to resist being knocked prone.
It's okay.
Aurelion, it is your turn.
Okay, let me see. Where there?
I'm gonna unfly Nightmare for a second to make them jumping base. They are.
I can make it to this guy.
That is correct.
And I can attack him.
That is also correct.
And who is once again? And
As I see you
Oh,
raising the
please.
weapon, I'm just gonna think really hard. Non-lethal!
I am recklessly attacking.
Okay, make your attack roll.
Fuck me. Oh, that's wow. 2 1s.
Alright. Second
1 in
attack.
400 chance.
Well, that's a 24.
Alright. That hits. Would you like him dead or unconscious?
I have what's his face, Roland's voice echoing in my mind. The last second, I just kind of like just punch him in the jaw.
Alright. He. He was knocked unconscious, and that is the end of combat.
I'm going to climb down off of Nightmare and just sort of like pat the side of her neck and in telepathy say, "Thank you. Merci." And I will drop the
It seemed
silence.
like it'd be easy to push.
I'm gonna peer over the side of the bridge and see if I see any sign of our various friends on the ground.
Well, there will be a notable red splatter on the ground.
From the second one, I assume.
Yeah, the other one has been washed away.
Yeah. I
Any
figured.
knowledge or equipment has been lost to the river.
Oh
Yeah.
well.
If time is taken, you could try and find it, but that would be delaying your journey.
It would also require a lot of things I can't do.
Over the link, I'll say to Aurelion, "I am hoping to understand why they attacked. Perhaps we can convince whoever's left not to try this sort of thing again. The merchants, as far as I can tell, are not hurting anyone, but they would have been hurt by these people."
Aurelion is slowly coming round.
Yeah,
In his
right.
rage.
Out of the rage.
Breathing slows
I-
down.
I
He
have
blinks
made
for a
an
second,
error.
and then looks at you and goes, "What?"
So, I screwed up.
Uh-oh.
You know what? I'm just gonna take off the thing that should have changed things since it didn't get used. He doesn't have
Aww.
it. It would have nullified your magic missiles.
Aww.
But since it didn't get used, I think it's best just to
Yeah.
remove it.
Yeah, that's fair.
He'll make an appearance later down the line.
Are you alright, Wadian?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Oh. Thank you for not killing this one. I was saying that perhaps they had reason to attack us besides simple raiding, and I wanted to know it. That is all.
When did I first rage? Like, was it at the start of the fight, or?
I think it was right after the vitriolic blast got me.
Yep. It was right then, which is
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
near the start of the fight. He had used it to use his rage to close ground. That's one of the optional features from Tasha's.
So on the bridge there are two quote unquote bodies, right?
Yep.
I am going to just Aurelion will just glance around, but like, there were more of them, I think, weren't there?
Yeah, 2 of them are down there.
Gravity is unfriendly mistress.
I also just realized the second way I screwed up this fight earlier.
Oh dear.
I tried to cast Thunder Wave into silence. Spell that makes people immune to thunder damage.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say you can cast spells from outside silence into silence, but you're right. Without sonic damage, it does not work.
That's fine.
So that wizard was like the worst wizard to ever wizard, because I screwed up
He
everything
panicked
he
and
could
then
have
used a
done.
battle.
I mean, I certainly didn't make his job easy, with just moving silence around him.
Yeah, but I just screwed up his job like 3 different ways.
Alright.
To be fair, it's hard enough to like manage a turn as one adventurer, much less 3.
Yeah.
I'm not counting the rogue since he went down so fast.
I'm going to quickly check this guy for like any component pouch or any spell focus.
You'll see he was holding a quarterstaff inscribed with runes, so that's likely what he uses for a focus.
Okay, I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna hand it to Aurelion and say, hold on to this.
You'll also find a spell book and an odd crystal on his person, in addition to his plate armor.
Okay, I will pocket those. Wizard wearing plate armor.
Yep,
Okay, then.
dwarves.
I'm going to, like, take his arms and swing them around so that they're above his hand over hand, and I'm going to say, oh, Leon, if you could just kneel or stand on these wrists for me.
I just put a foot down on them.
Sure. I'm going to, as best I can, clamp my hand over his mouth, and I'm going to cure him so that he regains consciousness.
Alright. So I just want to double check what all has been stripped of him. I know, like, the staff and the spell book, I
Yep.
presume, along with the crystal.
Yes, I put the spellbook and crystal in my bag, so that should be well out of reach since it's a bag of holding. He's got this, Aurelion has a staff and is stepping on his hand, so he doesn't have use of his hands. I'm putting my hand over his mouth so that he cannot speak at first, and I'm going to use that point of contact to cure him. And I'm not stripping him of his armor because I am trying to get this done relatively quickly, because maybe I want to cast Revivify on the guy we killed. Maybe. But I need to talk to him quickly to find out if I do.
Alrighty. So yeah, those wouldn't take long to find, so yes, you do this. His mouth is covered, and he seems surprised.
Yes. And so I'm going to lean over him, you know. Of course, that's super nice because I'm a drow. I'm going to look into his eyes, and I'm going to say...
With your nightmare friend.
with my nightmare friend. I'm going to be leaning over him, you know, putting pressure on his face, pinning his head to the ground while his wrists are pinned under the foot of the barbarian. I'm going to say, hello, my friend. We would like to not kill you if that is possible. Would you be willing to talk to us? Your friend is dying, and if you give me good reason, I can bring him back. Nod. Nod if you are willing to talk. If not, we can just end this.
Nod slowly.
Okay. I'm going to, release my fingers while maintaining, straight down pressure. And holding eye contact with him and slowly lift my hand away. Why did you attack our people? You may speak.
I'm trying to remember the specifics of how I had set this up a few weeks ago at this point. That's the one thing I forgot to brush up on.
Motivations? Never forget motivations.
Well, I can't explain this without over-explaining things, so I'll just keep that to myself. Vernon said he seems very disoriented from head wounds and the like, but he'll do his best to continue on. That there was some transport, some sort of artifact, trades goods. I'll be honest, I didn't pay attention.
And you believe our group is this transport with this artifact you are looking for?
He seems sure.
And Vernon? Was he among you?
I believe he's at the bottom of the chasm.
Very good. If I help you and your friend, you are no longer under Vernon's warnings. Will you leave our group alone?
It's not worth dying over.
I agreed with that. Very good. How many are you, besides you and the one I can save?
There were 4 of us total.
There are no others.
Him, and 2 at the bottom.
I implore you not to lie to me. Are there others?
There are no others. And, sorry, you can confirm this with the check thoughts you're getting.
No, I cannot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right,
I am
spell slots.
completely spent.
Well, then you got this one for freebie.
I am gonna
Chalk it up
insight,
to your
though.
divination.
What?
I said that you can have this one as a freebie, I guess. Chalk it up to your divining talents.
Very good. I'm going to let you stand up. I am holding on to your spellcasting implements until we are all on the same page. Understood?
Yeah.
Very good. Aurelion, help him up. I'm going to go to the other.
And I help him up.
Whoop!
Still got the rapier in hand.
Alright, I'm going to cast Revivify
Alright.
using...
You're going to get close, but you're within the time limit.
Yeah, like I said, I wanted to do it really quickly. I knew that I had to spend some... Oh, I can do it with a third... I have 1 third level spell slot left. Yay! I thought I was going to have to do it with my last 4th level. Alright. Revivify on the half-orc after, quickly kicking a weapon out of arm's reach.
Alright. But you'll see that even with him having been dead, his weapon's still flaming.
Gotcha. And my spiritual weapon is going to be hovering nearby, threateningly. Probably right over him, actually. Yeah.
So, there. Space color. Alright. So he is... I believe if I returns you with 1 HP.
Yeah, he returns with 1 HP. He's otherwise fine. He's prone, and I'm crouching over him, and as soon as, I can see any focus in his eyes, I'm going to say to him very quickly, Vernon is dead, your healer is dead, and your wizard has surrendered. I recommend you do the same.
What about Grim?
Was he the one, who could stick to the underside of the bridge?
Oh boy. Yeah?
Dead. Washed away with the river. You have my
Oh,
condolences for whatever they're worth. Now, would you care to have a peaceful conversation with my friends and I?
Seems better than the alternative.
I'm glad you see it that way. I'm going to move the spiritual weapon away and offer a hand to pull him to his feet.
He'll take it, somewhat begrudgingly, but he'll take it.
Noticing that, I will simply grunt him to his feet, and then, as he stabilizes himself, I'll say, "You are very lucky that I do not follow Loth. It would have gone very differently."
He just looks confused, but not remotely caring enough to ask questions.
I'm going to grab his flaming weapon and carry it with me back over to this group, and gesture for him to follow.
Should we perhaps have this conversation not over a gaping chasm?
I think that perhaps it is better to have it over here out of earshot of our charges.
She will shrug.
I understand the concern, but we're going to be good friends here momentarily. I'm going to get back to the wizard, holding the flaming weapon. I assume it's still flaming.
Yep.
And I'm going to, hold eye contact from him and say, "You can call me Roland. I am from Elysium. What may I call you?"
Who is this addressed to?
Wizard. Question mark.
Alright. Anaris.
Anaris. And your half-orc friend there? What do I call you?
Burr.
Burr. Well, Anaris, Burr. You're very lucky today, as I am not in a killing mood. I cannot say the same for my friend with the rapier. So, I would like to let you leave this place unharmed. But I need to know that whatever it is that drove you to attack us, that is forgotten.
Yeah. What drove us is a stain.
I am sorry that he had to die, but I will say that we acted in self-defense, and so I am more sorry that you chose to attack us. Now then, hopefully you have some home in this unforgiving land to return to, and you will choose to do so. But my group, we are going to continue on our way, and if we run into you again, I will not have the mercy to spare. Is that understood?
He nods.
Be good. Do you need anything else from us to get you safely back to wherever you came from? I am not a monster.
I imagine our preferred weaponry is out of the question, but
I can
a dagger
return
or
it.
something there.
I'm going to kind of heft the flaming sword and look it over. Other than it being very obviously magical, is there anything special about it?
Not as far as you can tell. It is a flaming short sword.
Flaming short sword. I'm going to, turn it over so I'm holding it, blade out the bottom of my hand, still holding it by the grip, and I'm going to proffer it to Burr. I have no use for your weapons.
Looks at you kind of oddly with that, but he's not going to say no. He'll take it back. It's like, come on,
Taking a step
at
back.
Anaris and start making his way back across the land bridge, if he's permitted.
I'm not going to stop him, but I haven't returned the stuff to the wizard yet, and I'm going, seeing those looks of confusion, he's going to kind of fold his arms over his chest and say, "My lady Lestrae commands that we should be able to live peaceably with other dwellers of the surface. I would not like to start a poor relationship for her drow with you if I can. So, what I want you to remember of this exchange was my compassion." And then to the wizard specifically, he's going to pull out the spell book and the jewel, and he's going to say, "What is this for?" Indicating the jewel.
Holding spells more efficiently. Formula, at least.
He's gonna look over at Melisari.
There is a look of open longing.
I'm going to, very, very obviously kind of pull open the bag of holding again, kind of look inside it and say, "I cast Revivify on your friend. I'm keeping this jewel as payment." I'm going to hold out the spell book for him to take.
And this is why I keep a backup.
A backup jewel? What do you have, a backup jewel?
No, that backup book.
Oh. No, I'm giving him the spell book. I'm keeping the jewel.
Yeah, I mean, to kind of allude to what I'm trying to say here. They both function like spell books. The book is just a backup for the shard.
Oh, interesting. I thought it worked differently, but that doesn't matter. I'm still doing the thing that I think, that based on what my character thinks.
Yeah, but, just to kind of clear up the player confusion as to my statements.
And give him back his book. He says that's why I keep a backup. I was gonna say, anyway.
I don't think we have the ability to get down there, but you may find Grimm's boots or Fernand's javelin to be of interest.
If we think it is worth checking out, we will do so. But it probably, I will look to the others, won't be today.
Melisari is shaking her head.
Yeah. If you decide that you wish to bury your friends, know that we will not threaten you.
It'll take till at least tomorrow before we can get down there.
Very well.
Are you
Then,
able to cast Dimension Door?
You want to run
then,
that by me again?
Are you able to cast Dimension Door?
Featherfall.
That works too. Although you'll have an interesting time getting back up.
We don't exactly need to be back.
well then. Anaros, please go in peace, and perhaps find other ways to use your quite skilled magic than attacking merchant caravans.
That one just was. Well, the impression I had.
What?
It broke up a little. I didn't understand either.
I said, that's not the impression I had. I thought this was something different.
Going to kind of look back, like scanning the camels and the tents. Like, I mean, we had the tiny hut. we are hired protection for a merchant caravan. They're travelers. Lovely people, really. You should. I wish you the chance to get to know them someday. Probably not today, as I'm sure they would not be comfortable, but someday.
And something that may come as a surprise, you'll hear from Anaris, the dwarven wizard. And sorry for the trouble. Vernon was always but if you'd make any kind of name for yourself in combat, he might have sought you out for that reason alone. This was his deal.
I see. Ambitious. Well, as I said, perhaps in different circumstances, we could have been allies or something. But for now, please, take your lives and do something with them that does not involve me.
Will do.
With that, he's just going to
And start
keep...
kind of hobbling away with using the quarterstaff as a crutch.
Yeah. Just gonna nod and turn back. Alright. Let's rest. I am tired.
Melisari's gonna kind of hesitate, looking after them for a moment, and then also make her way back toward camp.
I'm gonna just delete the tokens. Just so I do this before I forget, do you give Melisari the jewel?
Yeah, actually, as I pass by her on my way back toward camp, I'm going to hold it up and say, a gift, Miss Melisari.
Thank you very much.
They are very sorry for the trouble they caused you.
She smirks and takes it.
You may add a spell shard to your sheet. It is effectively a spell book with 320 pages, however, some of those will be filled in by his spells, which will include some you don't know and some you were not previously permitted to learn, as that was meant to be part of the reward for this fight. Including Vitriolic Sphere. Now, you can't just use the spells that he has, but they are there for you to copy at your leisure into your own notation, as it were.
Can I, like, change his notations to
Yes.
save space? Okay.
Pretty much as you learn a spell, the space that it took up previously, I'll have just be dedicated to you.
Okay, cool.
If you want, I can... Well, I'll just pull up his sheet real quick. I can tell you what spells of note there are. Like ones that I previously would have been at least have to ask first. There's the second level transportation spell, Dragon's Breath. The fourth level spell, Vitriolic Sphere. And the fourth level spell, which is the one that you counterspelled. The one that you should have counterspelled back on, but I forgot you had access to that. Elemental Bane, which can give a creature, I don't remember if it's vulnerability or just a loss of immunity and resistance to an element.
I like this.
The sudden realization that these guys attacked us because they didn't want me spreading the word of Illustrae around, which is why nobody knew what was going on except the guy we killed.
You may take an inspiration if you like,
Yeah.
because that is it on the nose.
Fuck you, Vecna!
Told you they'd be coming for you.
It's just so great that like the rest of his allies, like he's got to keep the secret, so he couldn't tell them why they were doing this.
Yeah, no, he was a cleric of Vecna, posing as a cleric of Cord.
Hilarious. So now,
I'm so
not only
sad I didn't use detect thoughts. I didn't even think of it until like we started talking about leaving them alive to find out. I'm like, fuck. I could have been using detect thoughts and shouting at them. Well, they were silenced.
yeah, I silenced
But-
everything.
Detect thoughts, at least.
The most effective silence ever.
So beautiful.
But yeah, just the he's kind of sitting there. You see him like re-enter his meditative posture, and then just a smirk crosses his face as I'm thinking about how like that the leader wanted to keep anyone from learning about Illustrae, and instead I've taught 2 of the people following about her, and they're probably going to remember because I told them it's on her graces that they get to live.
Indeed. It has, in fact, backfired. Though, there were some close calls, more than you guys might have realized.
Silence.
Even with silence, had Aurelion attacked the cleric instead, he was a Tempest cleric who could have used his reaction to not use a spell, but to still deal lightning damage, at least half on a save. I guess not half, because it's... Well, actually, no, it's not a spell, so yeah. Still not half on a save. And if you deal lightning damage with a Storm Cleric, you can push something 10 feet.
Oh god.
Good thing nobody attacked the cleric.
Yeah, please.
The one thing that did attack the cleric was flying.
Yeah, I was pushed, so it wasn't actually an attack.
Hilarious.
That's hysterical.
Fuck you, Vector!
We are
But yeah,
lucky.
that's why he spent in action moving 5 feet. He was to position it so that if he got attacked, you went off the cliff.
Yeah. Does anybody need inspiration? I still have mine.
I have mine.
Aurelian? That didn't come through.
I have one.
Okay.
Alright then.
I can heal 10 points?
Yep, that is the secondary option.
Okay, I will heal 10 points. I had nice HP, now I've got nice plus 10.
I'm trying to tend to somebody else.
Hold on.
It's static.
Jevil, you
Yeah.
did something to your mic and now it's all static.
Yeah.
Okay, it's better now.
How's that?
Yep, it's good.
Yeah, that's my good shit. Aurelion is very, very, very bloody.
1 HP.
Oops.
Not quite 1. You're not too far off though.
I'm guessing less than 5.
Almost.
Alright, well, I'm at
It's 5.
Oh, come on. I should have said 5 or less. Gosh darn it. Gonna nitpick me to death over here. Alright.
And, so yeah, as he's sitting there kind of smirking, he'll open his eyes again and look over toward whoever's nearest.
Oh, we need to get the Dragonborn back over here.
That is certainly something that can be done as you guys talk. Because, like, this particular section is relatively open, so you can probably just call out to them. Have them see that there are no longer explosions.
He's gonna say to these two, he's gonna say, I think that that fight was about me. He's-
How far into collecting the people and assembling them into the hut are we?
If you want to be like going over to them and dragging them back. Not very far. If you want to just shout out to them and wait for them to come to you, then you're as far into it as you need to be, because they'll just, at that point, you'll just be waiting.
I don't know their names.
Hey, Dragonborn!
The characters would, those haven't gotten named yet, though, so. But the players don't, the characters do.
Hey, I shout their names.
Then sure, I shout their names. It's safe to come back. They won't be bothering us anymore.
I see one kind of stick their head out from behind the tent. Another one probably from another two come out behind a rock somewhere off in the unbuilt land.
And I will most certainly not be dropping this hut until we've fully rested. She looks very tired.
They said that their friend was a hunter of glory, and if we had made a name for ourselves, that might be why he dragged them into the fight, but they didn't know the reason. And there is only one regard in which I can think we have truly made a name for ourselves that could have come this far ahead of us from Elysium. And that is that I have been spreading the teachings of Illustray. Your God of Secrets was upset about that.
Yeah, she's gonna start nodding as the realization hits her, like you found out when we were at the fortress.
I think that is why this happened. If they believed strongly that this was something other than a merchant caravan, I think that these things all kind of add up. Or rather, without that, they don't.
I agree.
I am sorry.
And she kind of frowns a little at that. What do you have to be sorry for?
That I have brought this danger upon you by being here. Any of us could have been killed falling into the gorge like the others. And that would have been squarely my fault.
Speaking of, was somebody else down there?
Wait, what?
That was Nightmare.
What do you mean, Nightmare?
I don't know, there's some weird two-legged thing down there.
Weird how?
I don't know. Look at it, just...
I can
Weird.
investigate, or Aurelian, if you wish to. That didn't come through.
I'm gonna start casting Lehman's tiny hut, by the way.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, we can't.
If I'm not
Until
here, then I
everybody
can't get in.
Full assembled, yeah.
I think you said okay, Jeb. I'm sorry. I didn't. It's just like
No, it sounded like you said investigate.
yeah. I said I can go investigate what Nightmare is talking about, or if you prefer, Aurelian, you could. I didn't want to take that option away from you.
Or you could
Since
go.
she only talks via telepathy, I suppose she could actually send a mental image of the thing. And so you'll see next to the body what appears to be a person, a human, in the strangest clothes you've ever seen. Just I mean, you assume they're clothes. It just looks so odd.
Odd like they're raggedy, odd like they're not made out of fabric, odd like they stick up in strange places.
Like they blur the
for-
surroundings around them.
Well, I don't really know how to describe this to the character, but I can describe this to the player. They look modern.
Oh.
Interesting.
Odd modern clothing. Oh dear. This is perhaps someone that should be spoken with, huh? Since everybody's seeing this.
I would certainly say so.
I could, Nightmare, would you be willing to carry me down there? Or one of us, I should say.
Sure.
We could stay in the ethereal if it made you happier.
Well, I'm certainly going to be there shortly.
Okay.
But if you want a trip, you've been helpful enough, sure.
Very well. So, he's gonna look at Aurelion again. Do you want to go, or shall I? I think probably just one of us, since not more can be carried by Nightmare.
Well, if you're going
Well, if
through
we're
the
in the
ethereal,
ethereal, yeah, we can just.
Oh, that's true.
yeah, she can take all three of you if she's going through the ethereal,
Yeah.
which is her preferred plan, because she's pretty much going to dump you out when she gets there.
Very well. Shall we all go then?
Am I still heavily injured?
Oh, let me... You're heavily injured, huh? Okay.
Heavily.
I'm going to assume that means you're below bloody, and I'm going to use a channel
We've
divinity.
established how much health I have.
Yeah.
I wasn't listening. I had so many other things on my mind. Alright, so, channel divinity. My channel divinity feature lets me divvy up... Divvy up, where are you? I think it's 50, but I don't... Where
Yeah,
are...
I think it's... Think of it like a paladin. You just give him an entire paladin's worth of healing on hands.
an
once.
entire 10th level paladin's worth of lay on hands. Yeah, 50 HP. So, how much HP do you need to get to bloodied?
Give me a second.
Well, I say paladin because the scaling's the same.
I see.
So whatever level you are is the same level of paladin.
Good to know, because I didn't actually realize that was the calculation. That'll make it a lot easier to remember.
58.
58. Okay, you get all 50 HP. You get all 50, so take 50 HP.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yep, barbarians, man. They can be a real HP sponge.
I mean, also I cast Aid on us earlier at like 4th level or something.
Also helps.
20 points actually, so I think that's 5th level.
20 should be 4. Oh no, because it starts at second. So yeah, you're correct.
Aid. Yeah, it's a 5th level. It's the one 5th level spell I spent today was on Aid.
It's not a bad choice.
No, I think it's an excellent
It
choice.
was wonderful.
So everybody's got plus 20 HP. Anyway, so you get 50 HP, and you're just bloodied still. So I will also blow I'm gonna blow a 4th level spell. I'm gonna blow my last 4th level spell on you. I will give you Cure Wounds, which is 48 plus 9. Grab all my d8s.
If you know if you're injured. Don't forget if you-
I'm hurt, but not that hurt. So,
Okay.
and I'll be
I did
getting.
not take any damage.
I'll also be getting HP from this casting. Okay, so that's 10, 23, 9, 32. 32 HP from Cure Wounds. And I gain, 3 plus level, so 7? Sure. The Disciple of Life. 2 plus levels, so 6. I gain 6. heal. Which brings me up to 85 out of 98, so I'm doing pretty okay. Okay, so, you're feeling much better now, Aurelion? Having gained 82 HP?
Yep.
Oh, battle music?
Oh, right, sorry.
Nice.
I
wouldn't have caught that.
Just so used to it.
Yeah,
Alright, so, not bad for only spending one spell slot. It was a 4th level spell slot, but still.
I mean, if you want to get results like that, normally you have to spend a 7th.
I don't
And
have
then
a
some.
heal yet. I don't have access to 7th level.
But that's my point. You've just healed like you could cast heal.
Oh,
As a
yeah.
life cleric.
I love being a life cleric. They're so good at healing. Not great at other things, but we're good at healing. Okay. So let's go talk to this strange-looking human. I'll turn to the Dragonborn and say, we should be back in a moment. There is another thing we must take a look into before we can rest.
I think if it's all the same, I'd like to stay here and get casting.
If you cast without us, then we can't come inside.
If I don't cast, we're all sitting ducks up here.
Very well. Protect the innocent.
So she looks like grim and not happy about it, but she believes that this is the safest course of action, and you guys will just have to take care of yourselves.
He, holds eye contact with you as he kind of puts that together and finally sighs and says, protect the innocents.
She'll nod. And actually realizing that without you guys she can there would still be people missing, so never mind. Just do it with the Dragonborn.
Aurelion, maybe we'll get to go join the orgy then.
Wait, it's 10 people plus me, I think, so I guess I could. Right? 10 people.
Include the orgy.
9 creatures including me, so yeah, I could get the whole orgy in here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to the tent and call softly inside. Is anyone awake in there?
You will hear no response. Aside from shuffling and other sleeping type of noises, some rolling in the sleep, as it were.
She's gonna just shrug and start casting. Say, come over here if you will. We'll see who we can get from in there.
Find the part of the tent that's loudest and cast next to it.
Yeah, pretty much. If I can figure that out. Should I roll perception?
Sure, let's do that.
That is a 22.
22. Alright, and I'll say, I don't have to turn to the side representing this, kind of this wall and the corner over here be loudest, so wherever
Okay.
you're standing should
Sounds great.
include as many as possible, at least.
Yeah, this is my only use right now. It's very sad. I don't like it.
Alright. So on the ethereal front,
The dude
sorry,
abides.
What?
I'll bring it up for you to get a better look here in a second, Mel, sorry. But as you guys head down, when you're about 60 feet above, you will see the mysterious individual look up and directly at the three of you, and then vanish.
Damn.
No spell, no movement, just look up, and poof.
Sees us when we're in the ethereal plane.
But I will bring the token up. Actually, you know what? If I do it this way, this might.
Cthulhu Doug.
Oh, I didn't put it in unique tokens.
Doug.
Oops.
Hmm.
So, I have to show this. Users.
It looks like a question.
So this is the. I don't know if cinematic mode is working or not, but
I
believe
mean,
should be.
I got letterboxed.
Yeah, letterboxed. Okay, that's not quite what I'm looking
Where am I
for.
supposed to be? What's it? I can still like move my
letterbox.
camera around and look. It didn't move me from where I was. Oh, there we go.
Oh. That is interesting.
The dude abides. Yes, now I'm up here.
So, but that was just to more clearly show the token.
I see. Oh, did
So
he not
everyone
actually
has-
come up here?
No, that was just to give a clear indication of what everyone should have seen at the very
Dude,
least
and-
from.
Bunny slippers with a cell phone.
Hysterical.
Alright, so while this is something the characters have actually seen, this token is taking the role and function of the candle.
So, Nightmare gets inspiration.
Pretty much, since this one only give me.
Oh.
Oh.
I thought this would be some, like, new story intrigue where we've got this
It
dimension
is.
hopper.
And I mean, it is somewhat, because this is a real character that that your characters are seeing.
But
As
now
opposed
it's
to
Where's
the-
Waldo, so we spot him and he disappears, we get inspiration. And then maybe someday...
You can look at that way if you like, but trying to get in contact with this individual is not a bad idea. It is something that may happen. So, do treat it like a real NPC character. Well, we'll also be serving that function. It is a legitimate NPC.
He's the doctor.
The
So-
tutor.
My question is, when you're most of the way down here, do you continue to check around, or do you just know about?
No, I definitely want to investigate further. It's my passive investigation. My passive investigation is 10. My passive perception is 17.
All right. Well,
I'll actively investigate. To activate investigation power. 10.
10.
I'm not good
So-
at investigating.
So, are you investigating the body? What happened to the person? I just want to make sure that I have the right.
Well, I'm looking around for signs of danger, which, since I don't know who this guy is, he should be considered a potential threat. So I'm looking around for this creature, and then I will check the body if I determine that it is safe.
You're fairly confident that there's nothing around, at least nothing that can be detected without the aid of spells.
Wah, wah.
I don't have those.
Hey, neither do I.
You can ritualistically cast Detect Magic. Don't lie to me.
I mean, it's true, but it takes 10 minutes.
Oh no.
So can you. but the area does seem to be clear for the moment. Perhaps ominous or spooky, depending on how you feel about it, but nonetheless clear.
Alright, gotta remove my diamonds. Hang on. Come on.
By the way, no, sorry, I will need to go over, like, try to send you the full spell list of what's in that shard, because what I told you earlier was just what he had prepared.
Okay, cool.
But part of why I'm having this new NPC also take the role of camel is that nothing's ever going to look like this NPC except this NPC. So it's not like you can mistake him for some other camel.
I see. Alright, well, I'm next to guy with Cthulhu shield. What's he got?
Well, they had mentioned that his weapon may be of interest, his javelin.
Right.
So, while you're not going to be able to tell much aside from fine craftsmanship, without the aid of detect magic or identify, you have been told that it should be of particular interest.
Alright, so if that's somewhere obvious, I will just pick it up.
It would probably be on the ground somewhere nearby. Like, you can just kind of see it from your glance around the area.
Okay. So, pick that up. And then just check his bag, see if he's got useful provisions or spellcasting components.
That's what I'm checking. Oh, he does have one that I forgot about. You see an ornate case seeming to hold some sort of ointment.
Ointment?
Yes.
Cruising?
I don't have that.
This is, I will say this, it's not a spell component. This is an item.
Right, but this case does it give me the same heebie-jeebies as the one that was gonna cast imprisonment on me?
No. Well, like, also, this is ornate. The one that was going to cast imprisonment was, like, as plain and boring as possible.
And it was still heebie-jeebie given. Anyway, I'm going to, like, poke that with the magic javelin before picking it up.
Seems fine. It's like a... Well, I said... Okay, it's kind of like... Part of it's glass, so you can kind of see what's inside it without having to open it.
And that's how I know it's some kind of viscous fluid.
Indeed.
Okay. Perhaps Aurelion is looking at any other body, because there were 3 people that fell down here, but 1 got washed away, right?
2 people that fell down here. 1 got washed away.
Okay.
Well, you could be spotting the rivers if anything got like snagged on a rock or something.
So, Aurelion, would you like to carry out some investigation, so it's not just me?
Am I looking for a different body, or one of them's gone?
One of them fell in the river, but he said you can look around to see if, like, maybe he didn't get very far.
Okay, hold on a second.
It's only been, like, 5 minutes.
So if he got like wedged, or if it's perhaps a particularly calm river.
Or maybe he somehow survived that fall and climbed out. Not likely.
But not impossible.
But not impossible. Hey, Aurelion's here. Hi, Aurelion.
How do... yeah. Investigation. Ugh, not good at investigation.
Oh boy.
Perception is also permitted.
Come back here. Wow. Yeah, I didn't spot anything. I literally could not have rolled worse.
Got a 1.
Yeah.
That's 0 total.
Yeah. It'd be 0 total with investigation. It would be a 4 with perception.
Alright. Well, while you look out in the river, you know,
I don't even
It's
notice
weird.
the river.
with the way the sun's like reflecting off of it, you just can't seem to get past the water's surface to see anything beneath it. So without diving in, you're not going to find anything. That being said, diving in to find something is technically an option.
Yeah, that's not what I'm going to take, though.
Perfectly reasonable. I don't mind so much you guys not getting his item. You got one shot by gravity. After
So
missing.
sad.
It's a one-hit wonder.
Alright. Would you like to do anything else when you're down here? Take a closer look at the body that you do know where it's at? Anything like that?
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't think of... Come here. I don't think there's anything else I can really do. Come here.
Alright.
Alright, so I found a fancy bottle of ointment and a javelin.
Let me double check, make sure that is a javelin, which I'm 90% sure it is. It is, yes. Fancy javelin, fancy ointment.
Okay. Well, that was with a 10 out of investigation. Maybe you take another look for me. I'm going to head over to, toward, wherever it was that Nightmare kicked us out of the ethereal and wait. We should have Miss Melisari identify these so that we don't get into trouble like we would have with the other case. Did you want to take a look at that body at all? This is the cleric of Vecna, isn't it?
That is the case, yes.
So he's bearing symbols of Cord, you had said.
That is correct.
So I didn't find anything that told me he's not a cleric of Cord, so maybe Aurelion will.
Okay. Wait, Roland suspects that.
Roland has shared with the party that he suspects this person to be
Okay.
an agent of Vecna, but he's very clearly wearing ornamentation of Cord.
Your religion is probably better than mine.
Yeah, but your investigation is hopefully better than mine. I rolled for poop.
My investigation is -1.
Well, doesn't mean you can't roll higher.
I rolled a 5, so good luck.
All
Am
you
I
need is a
rolling
7
investigation?
if you're trying to find anything of particular interest on the body, yes.
Related to religious artifacts or
Markings or scripture or...
If you're wanting to know about things you find on the body, that would probably be religion. If you're looking to find
what did you guess?
that he was serving Vecna.
No, what did you roll?
I rolled a 5, so I got a 5. My passive is 10.
I rolled a 6, so I got a 5.
I mean, you have
Nice.
inspiration, and we are coming close to the time if you'd like to put it to use.
Yeah, might as well. I don't think I've used inspiration.
That's true.
But yeah.
I didn't use inspiration. I still could.
Ooh. That's a 17.
All right.
Alright. So upon pawing through his belongings, you will find you get a hunch, and after cutting off the wrapping on the handle for his shield, you'll find the symbol of Vecna etched into the metal there, as he does have to be wielding a holy symbol to cast his spells.
Hmm.
Ba, 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 ba.
I'm not great at religion, but I am proficient in it.
Proficiency is more than enough to at least just identify holy symbols.
You know
I
that's the symbol
will.
of Vecna.
What was that?
You recognize the symbol of Vecna is what he's saying.
Oh no, I got that.
Yeah.
I just... In case that was necessary. In case anyone thought I read it, yes, he's proficient in religion. And history. So I'll basically unstrap the shield, whatever, and turn it around and hold it out to Roland with the symbol of Vecna facing him so he can see it.
It's not necessarily going to be able to face him because it's on like the inside between the shield and the handle. Like it's specifically put in a place where it's difficult to find. Like it was
Well,
I
hidden,
will
and
hold
even
out-
if you
Yeah,
unwrap it.
you pointed out to me.
Yeah.
And you'll just kind of see his white eyebrows go up, and he'll look up into your eyes, and slowly smile and say, "Looks like I was right, old friend. Good find. Now get rid of that thing. Unless you
No,
want to keep it as a
frisbee into the
trophy or
river.
something. Yeah, you frisbee it into the river."
I almost asked if you did that because that's exactly how I pictured it.
Sploosh. It's kind of he's kind of again see his eyes get wide as that happens. He wasn't expecting it. Alright, that works. Very good.
And this guy got everything you need off the body.
I got everything that looked magical to me. I did not see anything else. What did his 17 reveal anything other than the holy symbol?
Not magical, although you would have found a hidden gold pouch with
Okay, that's mine.
Nice.
with 30 gold in it. Has to be
Hey.
a relatively small number of coins for it to be a hidden pouch, but certainly not enough.
30 is like almost a year's salary as a farmer.
Anything
Yes, these
else?
were
Like,
enough. What was that?
anything tools? Any useful tools that
Any useful tools? Let's take a look. His background was acolyte, so he doesn't get tools because he gets language ones. So he has clothes, a crossbow bolts, plate armor, a shield, clerical vestments in the style of cord, a warhammer, and a standard adventurer's pack. So bedroll, mess kit, rations, rope, torch, tinderbox, and water skin.
No, a second. My brain stopped working there for a second. What is the... Cameras, sources. Oh, where are we doing? Adventurers pack.
I think it's Explorers, technically.
That would be...
But it's pretty much the standard thing that every player gets from the set equipment and character creation. Which is mostly what these guys had, just had usually one magical thingy of uncommon rarity and having their armor upgraded to whatever would best fit their...
Explorers pack.
What?
Yes, okay. You said Explorers pack?
Yep.
I am going to just take a couple of bits off that then. I'm going to take the rope, the tinderbox, and whatever rations he had left.
Alright, I'd say that's about 6.
Where are my rations?
Actually, wait, no, he's a cleric. 10. He'd make his own food, because rations taste like crap.
And you said a warhammer?
Yes.
I'm going to take that as well.
Right, and with that, I think I will call this there as we are at time.
Woo!
Well, and then I'm just going to roll his body into the river.
Nope.
Fair enough.
Give him back to nature.
So much for giving them a chance to bury their friends' bodies.
Yeah, they seem kind of pissed at him based on how things turned out, so...
I also
That's not
don't think
particular.
they really knew who he was, like, truly who he was. Like, maybe they knew him before this, and maybe they had been friends, but I think they didn't know he was Vecnian.
I hope you guys have enjoyed. You artfully destroyed that encounter in so many ways.
I'm so proud of us.
You had the casters constantly silenced. You were hitting the fighter who had Shield Master with non-dex saves. Your favorite cantrip is necrotic damage, and you didn't ever hit the cleric with it, who was an Azamar and thus resistant to necrotic damage. Like, any little trick I had for that fight, you guys just sidestepped.
I mean, the silence thing again, we lucked out because all of my abilities only went out to 60 feet, and they were further than that, except silence and dancing lights, and I'm like, well... He said that there's a caster over there. I guess I can do silence. It'll maybe stop him for a turn, and it turned out way better than that.
Yeah. And then, like, he didn't get lightninged off the edge by attacking the cleric. And the rogue who was going to be annoying by hiding on the underside of the bridge. All of a sudden, Novalker had ground to stand on. And there's just nothing he can do about that. Like, there's literally nothing.
Where'd the ground go? I am stuck to an invisible force. Where'd the force field go?
It's basically Coyote times what just happened there.
Wait,
He starts
what?
to fall.
What's
And
that?
he's like kind of tapping the floor, trying to find out where it went. and then actually disappears.
Why is there wind in my hair? There should not be wind in my... Oh.
And then I botched the wizard having immunity to magic missile and the fighter having defensive ability that I didn't think could be applied to itself.
Well, it happens. I've botched things like that in the past.
But yeah, like there was just every little thing. Like, don't take this as complaining. I'm more impressed than anything.
Like, oh, bad things aren't happening while silence is up. I'm just gonna keep moving silence around so that stays the case.
That was beautiful.
You know, and since the topic of wish got brought up in Nightmare's vicinity, she has decided to be a little more helpful.
Yeah, I figured that would probably be what did it.
I mean, while she has, sided with you guys, she is still a fiend driven by her own self-interest. You guys have just made yourselves part of the self-interest.
Her self-interest.
Yeah. Alright,
You
good
know?
stuff. Well, with that, we will say goodnight to the stream. Bye, stream.
I
I stream indeed.